Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to another tiny session of Age of Adventure, the heroic tabletop fantasy role-playing game. And I'm here again with old mate Taz. How are you, Taz?
Happening, bro?
I'm doing good, doing well. So I'll give us a, I'll do a quick recap, and then actually, Taz, you might be able to introduce the characters. So where we are, the adventure is called the Breakout from a Blood Arena, and Taz, the characters have essentially broken into what used to be a gladiatorial arena, now turned into a prison, and they have managed to, well, I'll say rescue because they've got the captive out of the cell, and his name, actually, I've got the picture there. It's in the chat. There he is, Farrick. He was chained inside one of the prison rooms. He has lost a hand, but he did collect that hand, and that's his prized possession. He's terribly
That's right.
frightened, eyes darting around at all times because the party is about to exit the main gates, portcullis gates that lead out. Well, it's actually a gated section. Was it? Oh, you had the keys. How did you get in?
I do have the key.
Oh no, yeah, he unlocked it for you, the guard. That's right. And
That's right.
but then I think you relocked it.
Uh, Not the main portcullis. No,
No,
definitely not.
okay. So they were heading there towards freedom and the light from the afternoon sun still shining, when the shadow of a horned creature appeared in the entranceway with the sun behind the body of this person or creature, which essentially gives the characters the first move. And I think we said you were just passing the guardhouse where the other rhino guard, you dragged him in. So I remember you dragged him into the guardhouse. So you're basically in a tunnel where you could dart into the guard room, or you could advance at the portcullis, or you could retreat back into the arena. Does that sound like
Uh,
a summation of where we were?
yes,
Yep.
yes.
All right, then let us tell us about Jirak, the main character, the main hero.
Yurak, aka Jimmy the Mace, is an orcish warrior whose main goal is to bring down the Merchants Guild of the capital city of Ironspire, who he used to work for, and he's seen some shit happen, which he's not happy with. And his colleague is although he thinks she is young, she's actually older than him. But Arabella Brockwart, Ari to her friends, she is a halfling rogue, also based in Ironspire, and her goal is to find her brother Dudo.
Right, he was separated from her. How?
That's it, and sold into slavery
By
by the
you.
Merchants Guild.
You
As
caught him, did
as
you?
well, I grabbed him and took him away earlier on in my career until I saw the error of my ways.
I believe you were led to the light by a goblin cleric at one point.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. Yeah,
Yes,
there he is.
yes. Unfortunately, he joined his god a bit sooner than he expected.
He's now at peace.
He, in pieces, actually. One
Oh
of his
yes.
pieces is around my
Oh,
throat.
true. Yeah, you got the finger, haven't you? Oh yeah,
That's right. I got him on the finger
Booyarg
bone.
medallion. That's right. I don't know where you got that name from. Did you make that up? Booyarg.
Yeah, I made it up.
Good. I think you said it was goblin for something.
It is goblin. Goblin for I don't know, success or something. I can't remember.
That'll do.
I found it in the in some sort of goblin to human language. I can't remember what it
Some
is, but
translator.
yeah, some
All
translator. Yes.
perfectly legal. The I'm sure. All right.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Um. So, you and Ari and Farrick, the prisoner.
Mhm.
Farrick is, I'll say he's cowering close to Ari because I think it was her who showed the ring, or someone, I can't remember which of you calmed him
I
down
think
and
she is the
convinced
one
him,
that has the ring. Let me just double check.
because he was very
Uh,
frightened when
and
he,
yes, she is the one that had the
yeah,
ring.
okay, so she's basically cowering with him, with Ari, and she's looking after him, essentially saying, "Don't worry, soon we'll be out of here, Farrick. Just stay close to Big Jimmy." He won't let us down. And his eyes darting around, darting around. Okay,
So
so
let's
this
yes,
is a
let's
free
make our way
round.
into the garden room.
All right, so we'll say you've seen the shadow and this some horned figure, which I don't know if I gave you any other information other than that. You notice some
It was
horns.
just a shadow.
Yeah. Okay, you quickly dart into the guard room where the body of the Rhino Man lies still and unmoving. There were the levers in there as well as I think he was drawing. He had like paper and crayons.
That's right.
He was
I thought
drawing.
that was from his daughter or something.
Yeah, so he had pictures. So you're in that room, and what do you want to do while you're in there? It's free to move in there, so we'll say you quickly scamper in there, and the only sound you hear is the scraping of the doors, the large portcullis doors scraping open, and Farrick saying, "I think that's him. I think that's him. The one that took my hand. He's back."
Just cover his mouth. Say, Ari, keep him quiet.
Ari says, "Shh," and like, "It'll be the death of you. If the creature hears you, it won't just be your hand this time. Make a mind roll for Ari to see how. You get 2 dice because she has got some. He has some confidence in her. So first
Okay,
roll the
all right,
night.
two.
Yep.
Ooh,
It's a mind roll, which mind is above, and her proficiency
love.
is 3. Yep, above the shoulders, as we say. He does. He like heeds her words, knowing that next time it may be worse than just his hand, which he puts the hand on his mouth to cover his mouth. It's quite weird. All right, that gives you the free move, Jimmy.
Um, Now, how long would it take for me to change into the Rhino Man's armor? I remember from the previous
Ooh,
session we were looking at that, and it's got some sort of symbol
yeah.
on there.
Hmm. Yes, it does. It
Would I
has
have
a as
time
a
to do that,
logo. You definitely have a time to drop your
or at
armor.
least the logo is more the point?
Yeah, I'll
Is what we
say. Um. Well, I'll say that you can definitely drop your armor. You don't know how much time you've got, but we'll say it takes a round to because Ari's now committed. Because she used her round to placate Varric, so she can't help strip. It's going to take more than a round. You can drop your
sure.
armor and strip the rhino, like take off the belt clips and have it, but you won't have it on at the start of the next round.
That's okay.
So that means both your hands will be holding the Rhinoman's armor at this
Yep.
point. All right, as you do that, you don't hear, you heard the door opening in your free round, but you don't hear it close, but you hear a few like thumps and then the gruff voice come out very close to you in terms of close to your room. And this gruff voice speaks in, I'll say speaks in common and says, "Brother Virgil, you're not at your post." And then you notice the shadow, sort of drape in, and this figure is coming into the door. So I will have to say at this point, because no one really prepared, and that was your free round. So let's roll turn order. Let's start with the
Oh shit.
encounter
Okay, we're not
first.
going to have time to get this on.
Well, if you act first, it'll be a free action to put it on. All right, if you can get the
Okay. All right.
initiative.
Cool.
So roll for the encounter first.
Okay.
Turn order,
We're
and
on
you want
low,
low
don't we?
as you can.
Oh, that's not good.
This could be interesting. So let's slap that in. And then who do you want to roll for next?
I've got. It's got to be Jirak.
All right then, hit it.
Neat.
Oh, okay, that's one under.
And use the hero point, don't I?
You can wait to see how Ari goes before you decide whether you want to use it, or you can decide to use it now. I think you've only got one left.
I got two.
Okay, so it's up to you if you want to um, use your hero point to root. No, it says you've only got one. Ari's got two.
Uh, oh, sorry, Ari's got two. Yeah, sorry, you're right. Sorry,
Yeah.
the
Do
wrong
you
one.
do you want to use your hero point?
Let Ari use her go and roll.
Yep, go for it. Oh, this is dire
On
straits.
me. Okay,
Dire
she's going to use a hero
straits.
point.
Okay, you want to try and get her above? Go for it. Oh, the gods. So
Okay,
close
hold on.
to freedom. Oh, a big decision for Jimmy. You're on 23, which means you're like second.
Yeah.
What do you wish to do?
So the other, does Farrick, does he get to roll?
Farrick acts with Arabella.
Oh, okay.
So he's got no initiative at this point. Essentially, what Ari instructs him to do, he'll follow for his life. As you're thinking, as you're contemplating,
We've got to.
I'm
Well, we've got no choice.
going to
Ari's
turn
got
on
to
the
roll
battle
again.
music. Oh, it's come out
Ari's going
beautifully
to roll
too.
again.
Ari's going to roll again. She's got. This will be her last 0 point. It's gone backwards. Yep. Oh well, she was last anyway, so it doesn't really affect her. But what about you? So you've got 1 hero point. She's got none.
No,
And
I'll need it.
all right, in that case, I will post the picture in the chat because this creature emerges in the doorway. Unarmed, though, unarmed. So if that's any consolation. And a picture you've probably seen before, but it is a half man, half bull. A large pair of horns curving from the top. Looks angry, looks nasty. Bulging muscles, similar, size to yourself, let's say, with your mass. Clearly see there's an axe strapped to its back, as well as a pouch, large pouch hanging from its waist, and it's holding a set of keys. I'm just going to put that music down a bit because it's really loud. How do I do that? Probably over here. No, not over here. Maybe there.
Certainly, from my perspective, it's not very loud.
No? Okay. Let me just change mine. What were you on? 17?
20.
20. Okay. Gone down to 16. That's beautiful. Okay. So it sees you and it's like in shock that it sees you straight away. Straight away takes its... Because I didn't think you hid... Oh no, you didn't hide the Rhinoman guard. And you're just...
It was hiding. It was in its bed.
Oh, okay. So you've basically turned around holding its armor, and it sees you all, and basically calls out, "What is this? A breakout from Blood Arena? Not on my shift." That's like the title just gets plugged in there, and furiously, it sees 3 targets. Okay, I'm going to say it sees 3 targets. Because you're the big brute holding armor unarmed. Arabella is quieting. Actually, what is Arabella armed with? I'll say that she could be armed.
She's got a stiletto.
Yeah, she's got her stiletto. And we've obviously got our friend Farrick. All right, roll me a d6. You're 1 or 2, 3 or 4 is Ari, 5 or 6. It heads towards the prisoner, who I don't think... Oh shit! Did you heal?
1 point. We gave him some food, I think.
Right, so he's on 2. So we need to record that somewhere. Farrick. Oh, here you go. I've got Farrick. Has a possession of his hand and stamina. Oh, so it must be 2 then, because he was conscious, so he would have been 1. Yeah, so we'll say 2. Okay. The Minotaur looks straight at Farrick and says, "I knew I should have taken more than your hand." Ah! And he lunges to escape. Now, Ari can actually defend for him by blocking the attack. Can't dodge, but can try to block it. So raises her... She's got a shield?
No, she doesn't.
Oh, that's interesting.
She doesn't.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely should have got her a shield. It's all clear in hindsight, I guess. But Okay.
It's hard to walk around pretending to be a slave with a shield on.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, true. You could camouflage it as a hat, like a Chinese hat with
True.
a
Yes.
mesh. That's a smart idea. Anyway, roll one dice. That's all she's got. She's not skilled in any sort of combat. Oh, she's skilled at ambush,
It's
flank attack.
3 or under.
3 or under. No, not Nelly. The creature kicks her aside and brings the axe down on Farrick. He has a 1 in 6 chance of like rolling out of the way or doing some sort of defense. So I suppose if you roll a 1, no. The axe comes cleaving down straight into his shoulder. Blood splatters like basically on your canvas, which is the armor. Get cut across. His eyes go wide. He drops his hand. Blood pours out. You're not sure if he's dead. You failed the mission, but the only way to find out is to tend to him at some point. But you've got your hands full. So the creature lifts his blade out of the body with a slunk as the body sort of lifts and then falls, and he just bellows, "Ah, ah, ah! Titeran gains another foe." And it goes to your turn, Jirak.
So can I throw the armor at him?
What's the intent? What are you trying to do?
To throw it at him.
To distract him, or
I'm going to get a penalty, aren't I?
well, have you got two-hand throw? I think you are skilled at two-hand throw.
No, I've got athletics and not one-handed weapons, but
You'll have one. I mean, if you're just trying to hit him, you'll have one dice to throw to hit him with the armor. But the armor, that's why I'm asking for the intent in terms of you trying to damage him with the armor, or you're trying to just confuse him, or give yourselves a chance to escape. Or
well, there's not much point really. Just drop the armor and just.
yeah, he's blocking the door, and it's a one-person door, so you can't actually get through him as a move. You need either displace him or defeat him. You've actually got yourself cornered by this guy.
Yeah. It's going to have to go in there and just go Fist of Fury.
All right, you drop the armor and you fly at him. You do like a Superman. Superman punch off the...
Big Superman punch.
Yeah, you step off the wall with a Superman punch. You're skilled in unarmed and you've got...
with the WWE...
Did you like that?
movies.
Yeah, I did watch Liam. He said something about a Superman punch. Looked good, actually. So you get to roll 2 dice. And you've got 1 hero point. Let's go, brother. Oh, that's what you needed. If there were criticals, but there aren't any. That's 1 point of damage, so you can let me know how you want to do your Fist of Fury at him, because that hits. 2 successes is always a success.
Sure. Well, it's only just 1 point, and I'm going to use a hero point to get to do more.
Oh, yeah, true. If you want to give double damage.
No, just leave it at 1 at the moment. Just into the solar plexus.
You hit him, and he's like shocked he got hit. He tries to parry you with his axe, but then you sort of jump off the wall and you crack him in the sternum, and he looks shocked that you've hit him. Sort of his eyes sort of roll back a little bit, and he says, "Oh, looks like we've got a challenge here." As Ari, you can give a command to Ari if you want. She looks straight at Farrick.
Oh yeah.
And she looks at you, looks at Farrick. What should I do?
Knife.
Attack, essentially.
Yep.
Okay, so throwing blades, she's got 3 of those, and she doesn't have throwing as a skill. You sure don't want to do a sneak attack?
Yeah, that takes an extra round, does it not?
Yeah, but she get a bonus dice and a bonus damage. Because remember, 1 success is a standard success, 2 is a hard success. 2 is the only way to be certain you're going to hit this thing.
Yeah, go. Sneak attack then.
She rolls to the side, disappearing behind the desk, thinking that, try to trick Titeran that she's out of the combat. She needs to make a sneak roll to succeed in getting to a position where she gets a bonus. And you get to roll 2 dice. You need no hero points. She needs both of them 3 or under, and hopefully a 3 in one of those dice. The gods are not smiling. He sort of looks aside and sort of grins as he sees her scamper around the desk. But on his turn, he basically goes straight for you. The good thing is he advances with a charge with his horns, opening the doorway. That's the only advantage of this. But this charging attack, so basically you hit him with the sternum, and he like sort of snorts, snot and it's like breath out of his nose. And he like gives you this charge. You can only dodge or you can try and block his charge. And
Dodge is mind, is it not?
no, dodge is if you don't have anything to use as a shield, you really can only dodge. So if you have a shield, you get a bonus dice to blocking. But in this case, you can only dodge. You'll get one.
Van braces.
Oh, van braces, you can use the block, yeah. So you can choose to block, you get 2 dice. Oh, I forgot about the van braces, yeah.
Alright, so 2 dice is what I'll use.
Alright.
And it's might, yeah?
It is. Oh, only one success. You want to take that or hero point?
I'll take it. I'll save the hero point.
Okay, use your 1 success. He basically thrusts at you, pushing you backwards. Your feet go off the air. Never have you had like a creature be able to lift the mighty Jirak off the floor. He slams you against the wall with his horns. With 1 success, he doesn't get like both horns into you, but just the ferocity of the charge like crushes into your. He basically gives you it back into your solar plexus. This is how you do it. Bang, and gives you 1 point damage as you sort of like gasp for breath as he slams into you. So with his attack though, you realize you need 2 successes for no damage, 1 success, 1 damage, and if you didn't get any successes, he'd probably hit you with his horns, which wouldn't be good, obviously. But 1 damage, not bad for you. All right, your move.
Back to me.
Yep.
So he's got his head down towards my solar plexus. I just dropped the big double axe handle onto the back of his head.
I love it. All right, make your roll. Your dice. Come on, you need a 5, man. You need a 5 in this rolls, brother.
Oh, big time, yeah.
Oh, he's got it. He's got it. All right, so with that, you do 1 point damage, and
I'll use that hero point that I got to give him a second one.
no worries. You come down with ferocity, with what was the move called?
Big double axe handle.
All right, you do that on the back of his head, and you hear his head like sort of crack, and he falls down on his knees. He drops his axe. He's not like dead in terms of he hasn't gone down, but you've broken something in his neck, and he sort of like grasps it, and he realizes that you've incapacitated him with that extra point of damage. So he was big and beefy, but he didn't have that much constitution when it came to combat, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, that's all right.
As he goes down, we give the turn for Ari.
Ari now.
She gets up on the table. She's not going to get a bonus dice because she didn't like. Oh, actually, he's incapacitated now, so probably he doesn't get to defend. She says, "You've disabled him, Jimmy," and she quickly jumps off the table and goes to the aid of Farrick. So what does she have medical or can't remember what she's
got a medical kit.
She's got a medical kit.
She's got a roll mind or something, is that right?
Okay, now this is the big thing. He is bleeding out. There's only been this will be the second round. Yes, only one round. So he can be saved. But the thing is, whoever tries to give that aid to a dying character, I'll just turn this music off because you've abated this combatant. 2 things occur on her turn. She can definitely apply healing this turn, but you only get 1 roll. It's a mind roll, but she has no hero points. So if she fails that roll, he basically bleeds out. The other option is wait 1 round for you to give the healing. So that'll take another round.
Yeah, but it's a mind roll.
It's a mind roll, but you've got hero points.
Yeah.
No. There's the catch-22 there, boss.
Yeah, Ari, it gets 4 times the double the chance. He's got a 3,
but
4,
no,
5,
no
or
backups.
6. I've only got a 5 or 6.
Okay, never tell me the odds.
I know, never tell me the odds, but
if Pete was here, he'd give us the statistical chance of whatever thing
but
is.
he's not.
It's a big roll. If I had drums, I'd do the drums. I don't have any
Here we go.
drums. She quickly applies the patch. the healing. She looks at you after you give her the. Oh! Her hands lift up, bloodied. She looks.
Considering all the luck I've had, I'm surprised it's taken this long to be
She
honest.
she looks at you with horror. I killed him. As she says that, the eyes of Varric ever glazing up towards the silent star somewhere in the heavens, where he'll await his brother's meeting. You realise you've stuffed it up, but
I didn't stuff it up.
so she's sort of in shock a little bit with her bloodied hands. But at the same time, you hear outside some again gruff calls in common, but clearly by the dialect, not the common tongue of this creature or person. It calls out, "Tateran, Tateran," calling out for which you've determined is this creature because he boasted that that was his name. They're not calling out in a frantic way. It's if anything, it's just like unsure what's going on.
Whisper to Ari to get to the side of the door for a potential sneak attack.
That'll give her a bonus. Yep. So yep,
And,
she'll definitely get that ambush.
I heard Tyteran's voice.
Mm-hmm.
Can I mimic it or try and mimic it?
You can. It's mind. So
There's no chance Ari's going to be able to do it. So
well, look, you've both. She's probably better at mimicking because it's mine. Unless you can let me know why you would get a bonus or something.
I'm the gruff male voice as opposed
Okay,
to.
I'll give you a bonus dice, but you need to have one success with the mind because it's at a distance and it's indoors. So before you roll, what are you going to say?
What was the Rhino Guard's name?
He said when he came in, he called him Brother Virgil.
Eagle.
Virgil, I think it was. Virgil.
I mean, Virgil,
Virgil. Sorry.
Virgil. Virgil. Okay. Brother Virgil needs our assistance.
Oh, you're trying to call these people to you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
People or person? I thought there was only
Oh,
one.
sorry. Yeah, the voice. Yep. All right. Make a roll. 2 dice. To mimic
something to me.
To mimic.
Oh,
yes! Okay, you gain a hero point. You're stacking up your hero points.
Only one? There's two fives there.
Maximum 1 per successful roll, unfortunately. But you're getting your stocks up. Was that 3 now?
It's back to 1 now.
Oh, did you use them all in the battle?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize that. Yeah, you were using. Oh, that's right, the extra damage as well. You call out and you hear the rattling of equipment.
Correct. Hold on, mate. Just hold on a second. Sorry, I added 1 to Ari. She's at 0, and it's.
Oh, yeah, I thought you were on more than 1.
There we go.
Oh, there, yeah. It says you're 1, or are you changing it now?
Now it's 2. Yep, there we go.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, you hear the rattle of equipment to suggest these are. I'll say these because you can hear multiple footsteps coming down the hall. And as you, what are you doing? You get a free round. So we know that Arabella is preparing an ambush. She can also make her. So when you're in an ambush, you get a bonus dice to your attack. Element of surprise +1d to hit.
I'll do the same then.
Yep.
Put it on the other side.
So you both get an ambush, but she also can make a sneak roll to see if she finds a point where she can hit, at a weak spot or something like that. So roll 2 dice and we'll see if she can get at least 1 3 or ace. Oh Jesus, that's no good. It's a might roll. If she's looking around.
Mine. I thought it was mine was neat.
No,
you're right.
Yeah. So she tries to move to a better vantage point where the desk didn't afford. She moves to the bunk area where
it's a mess. It's a mess.
Yeah, she's just says, puts her hands up, but nonetheless gets to one side. You get to the other side. As now, how many successes did you get on your? Oh, you got 2. Oh, you rolled double 5. Okay, yeah. One figure emerges. It enters this room, very nonchalantly, and says, "Titan, we don't have time for this." Sounds almost exhausted. The smell as this creature comes in is, rank sweat, like been doing a lot of maybe heavy labor or some sort of physical uh, exertion. It's come from outside, like during the day, and it looks like this without the armaments. But you can definitely hear the jingle of, equipment from behind this person, suggesting that not alone. But definitely this person comes in, or this creature. It looks like a very smelly and savage looking brown, green skinned, you're not too sure if it's dirt or whatever, but you quickly, I forgot actually you're an orc. You quickly realize that these are orcs. Not definitely not of the same stature of you. If there was they definitely wouldn't be alphas. They're like much smaller in stature, and they looks like they've got short swords, and this one's has a bow, but nothing armed. Just comes in, maybe taking off its gloves and getting ready to take off its armor, sort of thing. Thinking that its day's finished.
Sorry, little brother.
Okay, so you can both decide who attacks first out of you two, because you get 2 actions.
I'll attack first.
All right, then in that case, you can make your attack. You get a bonus dice as well, so you can roll 3 dice. Here's a good chance to get some hero points.
Here we go.
And he does. Do you want to use it for an extra point damage, or are you happy just to do the?
Yeah, I will actually.
Bang. All right, you bank it in, and how do you what sort of attack do you?
So yeah, so as his head comes through the doorway,
he looks at you when you say sorry, brother. No, he looks at you with horror.
Just right in the nose.
You see his face just concave in. He falls to his knees straight away. Still, actually, you can hear Tauturin. He's moaning. Oh, I can't move. Like he's sort of, because you sort of paralyzed him in the back of the neck. So he's just on the ground now. He starts sort of moaning as the pain starting to get to him as his adrenaline sort of wears off. So you crack this guy. He falls to his knees straight away, and then Ari appears from the shadows and will launch I guess a
with a stiletto.
Stiletto. Yep. So make a roll with a bonus dice from her.
It's only 2 dice for her from memory.
Yep. Oh, she gets a hero point back as well. Do you want to use hers for an extra point of damage? Or just go the one? All right, you do that, and this, he throws it. Oh, only 1 week left to retirement. So it pulls out the spills out. Okay, now the big roll. That was your free round. This is the big. I mean, they've all been big rolls actually. You're in little skirmishes. You can roll 1 dice plus 1, and that's how many of these archers have come down. So if you roll a 1, there was only 2. If you roll a 6, well, that's another story. It's not bad. It's not bad. Okay, turn order. Let's go. Let's roll for these 2 archers first. Roll the turn order. Let's see if they can go first. 22. Not bad. Who do you want to roll for next?
Gimme. 17. And Ari.
Yep.
Ooh, 22 as well.
So that'll be a dice off between them 2. So we'll see the dice off first. If you roll 1 dice, if you roll even, Ari goes first.
Even it is.
So we'll make Ari a 22A as the alpha. And what about you? Do you want to try and better your turn position, or you're happy to go last? So what did you roll? 16, didn't you?
17.
17.
Doesn't matter anyway, I'm last.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Dismayed that Farrick has fallen, but nonetheless are still buoyed for your own lives, I suppose, to break free of the shackles of this prison. So it is also not your tomb. Ari gets the first move as another figure emerges. She says there's more of them. She, I guess, grabs another stiletto and launches it, unless you want to tell her to do something else.
She's just going to run out.
She does the Indian. attack. She goes out and fires at one of them, and she calls out to you, says, "There's two of them here, Jimmy." So she launches herself into the hallway. Roll one dice as she.
So
Did she
just one
succeed?
die or two?
Oh no, that was before the sneak. Just one dice. She got no bonuses that I can think of. No, she's not in luck unless you. Oh, she didn't even got a hero point.
Hasn't got any hero
She's
points.
locked in combat with this
Well,
archer
he's not
who.
going to be able to use his bow then. That's about the only good thing about it.
Yeah, he's in melee, but you can see they're armed with short swords as well. And
Yeah.
but nonetheless, they won't be able to. Well, he can actually on his turn. He can move away to like down one end of the hall because he's not pinned. But nonetheless, they both draw their swords, given that she's now joined them in melee, and they both have a ping at her. Now they've only got one. They're only standard encounters. So the first blade comes at her, and she has to roll 3 or under. She chooses to dodge it because she's got no shield.
So it's one dice for her, yeah?
Yeah, she says, "Next time I'll get a shield, Jimmy." Oh,
You don't need no shield.
dodges the first one as you hear the blade clang against the side of the wall. She rolls on the ground as you start to make your way out, but then the other one tries to stand still, you little rat.
Attacks her again.
Yep.
Unfortunately not.
Jimmy! Only 1 point damage. I don't know what her stamina is. Probably
Her stamina is only 3.
it's down to 2. Enter the big man. Now remember, you can do cleaving.
Okay, no, I don't remember. Explain cleaving.
Oh well, with your what do you call it? Your gauntlets. It's probably not called cleaving, but you can attack a second target. You lose 1 dice to your attack, but that means you're able to hit 2 targets rather than just 1.
Yeah, let's do that.
So instead of rolling 2 dice, you roll 1, and that's for
one.
both attacks. Bang
No
bang,
problems.
yibbity yang. So how do you do? So basically, you enter the
Double
melee. What do you do?
Yep. Big double clothesline.
So you run in and wow, you smack into them. They sort of get to their feet as they sort of rub their nose. They see the fallen, one of the guys still sort of gargling with the letter or the throne blade in his throat. So they get up and they say, "Let's do it for our brothers!" As Ari can get the first move. She's thinking of just running away in case she gets attacked twice, because they do next. Can you handle them, Jimmy?
Yes, stand and fight, Ari.
Oh, you wanted to stay and fight.
Yes.
Okay.
Put one down.
All right, give her the glory. She leaps onto the back of one with her stiletto. Oh, hang on. She's got, what's that? 1 damage plus poison. What's that all about?
Oh yeah, that's her still. Shit, I forgot about that. Oh well, she hasn't used the poison.
Oh, she hasn't hit with it. Anyway, has she? So-
Well,
Did she?
just keep going. I've forgotten all about it. So
Okay. But you definitely use the throwing blade, so that I don't know whether you mark 1 down. But the encounters.
Okay, so that's 2. There's 2 she's used. Yep.
You can roll because you're both considered targets. Roll. Actually, I'll do 1 to 2 is Ari, and 3 to 6 is the big guy. So roll 2 dice. 1 to 2 is Ari. No, get the big guy down, they say to each other. They both nod after you give them a cleave, and you see one of them grabs one of them and throws him like into you, because they've been trained in doing that type of combat. Okay, so the first attack you try and you want to try and of course you've got your goddamn, you're invincible. Forget it. They've made a big mistake taking you on.
Oh yeah, no, they haven't.
You want to use a hero point?
Yeah, definitely use the hero point.
How many you got?
I'll use 1.
Yes, okay. The first one nearly connects you after being thrown at you like a slingshot. Let's do the slingshot. Nearly worked, but then you manage to like put your hands up. Sparks fly as it hits. He has some sort of gauntlets. And the other one comes at you as well. Ah, taste my steel. He flowers at you as again you bring up the Wonder Woman. Like, Yes, you don't get hero points, Settle.
Oh, come on.
I knew you were going to ask. Geez, well, I think we forgot about those van braces last time.
Yeah, I think you might be right,
Yeah.
but that's okay. We're still alive.
Why does it say 1D blocking one target only? Target. That
That's what
doesn't
you
doesn't.
asked. You told me to write.
Yeah, I wonder why I put that down
So
there.
realistically, I probably shouldn't have rolled twice for that one then.
No, you can block per target, so I don't know why I did that. You can get rid of that. Maybe that was an old rule
Okay.
where we used to say you can only block once per round or something, maybe. But now you can block every attack. Okay, you do that, and it goes to Jirak.
All right, let's go for the double hit again.
Okay, roll 1 dice. Yes. How do you wanna finish him off? Because I've only got 2 stamina.
Grab both their heads together and just.
Oh! They look at each other because they know this is the end, and they just give themselves like sort of blinks at each other.
Love your brother.
Ah. You smash their heads together like melons, and they just clump to the ground. Ari sort of, but she's used to seeing the carnage a bit, but she can't help the bile forming in her throat. But she says, "Let's just get out of here. I feel I've already failed you, Jimmy." She, still got the bloody hands from trying to assist
Grab Ferrick's body. We'll
Farrick.
take it back to his brother.
Ah, nice. All right. Um, Without any other encounters, you grab Farrick, you over your shoulder, and
Ari, you can search the minute. Oh,
Oh
put the
yeah,
Minotaur out of his misery.
who's going to do that?
Ari can do that.
Okay, she's angry.
Get some revenge on
She is
Ferrick.
angry. You see her go in,
Yeah.
and you just hear Totirin say, "No, no, please, no, no." You don't get to see what happens. It fades out. It's too horrific what she ends up doing
I don't want to know. I still
to
think
him.
she's innocent.
She comes out. And she just said she went in just with blood on her hands, but when she comes out, she's just drenched. And she's got the scalp of the Minotaur on her head.
Oh,
It's quite disturbing. It's
okay.
like it's like Bone Tomahawk.
Oh Jesus! No, I don't want to think
Yeah,
of that movie.
that's all I'll say about how she
Oh, no,
decided
that's
to
enough.
too much. Okay. But she does also take the
Might want to put a
two-handed.
warning at the start of this
Yeah, fair
video.
enough. She is carrying the two-handed axe, so you can add that to equipment. And you can roll 1 dice to see if there's any other goodies. Was it the high? I remember I stuffed this up last time. The higher the better, or the lower the better. It is the higher the better.
Okay, so hold on. So I'm just going to write here two-handed axe.
Mm-hmm. You can say it's the Minotaur's axe if you want, but
Axe.
and also you can roll to see if she can recover her throwing blades, however many she threw.
Oh, yep.
Um,
Yep. So she threw 2.
so evens is retrieves. We'll say 2 dice.
Oh, but this is the first one. That's unsuccessful. 2nd one, successful.
Yep. So she gets 1 throwing blade back, and then when you're ready, roll 1 dice if there's anything valuable on the Minotaur guard,
Okay.
apart from his scalp.
3.
3 is nothing of value. She does find some scraps which not edible in her opinion, that was in the bag, some entrails and
That's all
things.
I'm ready about. Yep.
And the
Okay.
Orc
Let's get me out of
Patrol,
here.
she oh sorry, first make a mind check for her. This would just be 1 check for all this encounters. Okay,
Successful.
cool. Now roll a d6 for if there's anything on the Orc Archers. She does a quick check.
3 again.
She can't find anything of any value apart from their local things, but she does grab 2 bows. Well, how many have you got? Any slots?
She's only got 1 left.
1 slot.
And
how much?
Jirak, yeah.
How many
Jirak's
slots?
got 3 left.
You got 3 slots. Right. Okay. She gets rid of the Rhino Man keys, and she swaps that for a bow, 2-handed bow, and a quiver of arrows, which will be full.
So that's 2 slots.
Yep. 1 slot for the bow, and 1 slot for 6 arrows. And then for you, you can take with your 3 slots the option of swords, bows, or arrows, or one of each, or
Um, yeah, I need to be skilled in those and to use the bow. So would that be right?
yeah, it's all might.
That's not
You
considered.
get one
Oh,
dice
is
to
it all might?
fire. Yeah, you get one dice to
Oh,
fire
shit,
an
I'll go
arrow,
bow as well. Yeah.
and yeah, if you steady, like if you spend a round aiming, you get 2 dice. So for high might characters, it's good to get any weapon. But you don't have a
Right.
ranged weapon, so yeah, grab one bow if you want and 2 quivers of arrows, or
Sure.
because you probably don't need the
One
sword.
quiver. No, well, yeah. We don't just get how much can fit in the quiver.
6.
Okay, no, I just get just that'll do.
Just want a free slot. Oh damn! You know
Yeah.
what? I mean, it's all
What's that?
in hindsight now. You could have saved his life by using the medallion. You got the medallion.
Not the freaking medallion. This
You
stupid
could have
idiot.
saved his life with the medallion.
That's what it's there for. That's what it's there for.
Oh, oh,
Anyway, well,
oh, oh.
that's what you get for not reading your character sheet.
I only saw it
Uh,
now because I was looking at your slots thinking, hang on,
yeah, yeah.
what's that? Oh,
I
anyway,
totally forgot about the medallion.
you
I totally
return.
forgot we could actually use it for something like that.
Yeah, mind check. You move to back to the camp and you see uh, Dallas. He's doing some sort of prayers, and some of his minions say, "Oh, they are back! They are back!" And they sort of scamper away as the sun is dipping beneath the horizon into darkness. He gets up straight away as he notices you're carrying a body, and he looks up at you with hope. All he has is hope. And trailing
Great, look.
behind you is Ari. She's not saying nothing, so she'll let you speak for the party.
We failed, Dallas. We failed in our mission.
His
We can
he
only bring you
lands.
back.
He lands on his knees as you're. He doesn't even let your words finish because he realizes the body is not a life. It's a lifeless body. He falls on his knees. Oh, praise! Uh, I prayed to the gods of the Silent Star that he would return, but they have
Reminds
turned.
me, Silver.
They've turned
Silver
their back
Star.
on me.
Oh, well.
How did he die?
He died bravely. He saved young Ari here from the axe of a minotaur.
You see some of the minions or some of his gathered people go around and sort of try to comfort him, and he says, "My brother has always been a fool, always wanting to help and better the world and help others. Let it be known that he died doing what he wanted to do in life, and that was to make the world a better place." And they sort of nod, and he says, "Thank you, Jirak, for bringing him back." And he sort of like cuddles him. "Oh, where is his hand?" You know,
Oh, it should be in his mouth, is it not?
no, you see, they say sort of gasp as they see a blood drenched figure emerge with a scalp, and she's sort of like her eyes are sort of back, and they're like, "Holy gas, is that a ghost?" And she sort of just
It was
mumbles,
that. This is young Arabella, who Farrick in his courage saved her from the blade of a minotaur, which you can see on her back.
she looks at you, and then anyway, she just sort of looks back at Dallas, um, and then
He's seen some shit. This Ari.
gives hands over the hand, and when she hands over the hand, it has the ring that she had was given to him, and hands that over, and he places it next to his brother, and she says, and Dallas says, "You have tried your best, brave heroes. We will leave this place, travel far away from Iron Spire. It deserves better. We deserve better as a people." And they start packing their carts and all that, and then he goes out of his tent and he brings a coin as agreed. um, you have retrieved my brother. Although not being alive, I will withhold some of the payment for his burial. And he sort of like has 2 pouches
Understand.
and puts one away. So the total, which you can roll for, would normally be 12 plus 4d6. It's 12 plus 2d6. So you can roll 2d, add 12, and that's your payment for this.
No, it didn't work. Oh, yes, it did.
That's all right.
Sorry, it's yeah. So 12 plus 9 is 21.
How would you like to split that, if at all? Well, I think you keep all the money,
Uh,
don't you?
I'll keep all the money.
Yeah. You can have up to 60 coins in your pouch as you add your money there. Harry says, thank you for um, completing your part in the story of what happened. I did not have the courage to say that I failed to provide the healing sustenance to him. Oh, you need to subtract 1 healing point as well from the kit,
Oh, yep.
because even though she failed. So as darkness falls and you hear the scraping of the donkeys and the wagon carts as they move deeper into the forest, you sort of stand on a ridge overlooking Ironspire to one side, and to the far north another land, and we'll have the epilogues as Ari looks up to you and wonders, where should we go next? So what's Jirak's epilogue after that? Well, unsuccessful yet. You survived, I guess.
At least we damaged. At least we damaged Blood Arena. I
Yeah,
suppose.
yeah, you did. You've angered the Baron for sure. When he finds out.
I only suggest. I suggest we return to Ironspire. See if we can catch up on the trail to your brother.
If you think that is wise, I am sorry that I lost my mind there for a little bit, Jimmy, but I seek now a warm bath and a hot meal to regain my senses and again get my focus, because Dudo is what is important, not what happens to me. But I will make sure that this does not happen again. And I would appreciate perhaps if you could sell some of the items that I pilfered from those vile guards to purchase me a shield, so I may be better equipped to deal. I didn't think I would be involved in so much combat. I'm better in the shadows and sneaking normally. She pats Pat the clumsy rat. Who
yeah, I forgot about
yeah,
that.
so did I. I just he's been hiding the whole time. Just
Well, he's playing his character.
yeah, that's it.
Paranoid rat.
So yeah, she asks if you want to do that. A shield costs 3 gold pieces, and you could sell.
I say we'll look at that. We'll look at that next adventure.
She she puts her arm around you.
And funds with.
She puts her arm around you and she says, "Thank you for protecting me, Jimmy. I hope I can be of more use on the next adventure." Now there's a 1 in 6 chance.
Ari, you did your bit.
She heeds the words, but she just feels like when it came to her time to shine, she wasn't able to do her sneak attacks. She didn't do the healing. She could have tinkered a trap, actually. I've got to remember that, because she can create traps with Tinker. Oh, she could have even hidden. Oh, I forget all this stuff too, man.
Now, mate, the forgetting to use the goddamn
that was bad.
medallion is embarrassing.
Yeah, that's bad. But still, I should... But God, there's only 4 skills I have to remember. For some reason, I always remember sneak. But then, only now I've looked at the other 3 skills. I'm like, oh, hang on, I could have made a trap for them to trip over or something. Or I don't know. Well, at the door, when they open the door, like an axe falls down. Oh, that would have been beautiful. I could have made an axe trap. Ah! Anyway, next time, remind me of the axe trap. Okay, so there's a 1 in 6 chance. Oh shit, this is a big roll, because there's a 1 in 6 chance that either a magical artifact or a goal accomplishment. So do you want to choose a number to finish the night?
So we accomplished the goal?
Well, you got paid because you returned the body. I'll say if you didn't return the body, you came back empty-handed, no roll. But because you returned the body, he still, eventually... The funny thing of the mission was to break him out of the prison. I don't know if it was just a given that he was supposed to be alive, but technically you could have argued with him. Anyway.
All right, 1 in 6. We'll just say get looking for number 6 here. Oh, no, actually, we'll go with number 5. If we get a 5.
Oh! That sums up the night right there. That sums up. So just as you're back in the town, and Ari believes she overhears the word Dudo, but then she turns around, she says Dudo, but then she looks around and then someone was practicing judo. It was close. They thought, yeah, that's the 6-5 thing I just built in there.
Fair enough.
Anyway, she just sort of looks glum as she eats her soup. So anyway, that concludes this adventure. So well done, T-Bone. And next time we'll start a brand new adventure, which is good, because for this video series. We missed the first session, so we played session 2 to 4. But nonetheless, next time we'll make sure everyone gets a start, so I don't probably have to do recaps every time. Any last words, Taz, before we say goodnight?
The dice are a bitch. Sometimes they can be in your favour, and sometimes they can tease you.
Wise words from the great sage. Until next time, see you later.